Welcome. What is the Study Legal English podcast? What is blended learning? My name is Louise Kulbicki, and today I'm going to try to answer these questions and to show you some exercises which you can use with the Study Legal English podcast to implement a blended learning approach in your legal English classes. So, what I would like to say is that I've got a handout, which I'm not thinking about now because you'll all be busy looking at it. But in this handout, you will find 10 exercises in there, which you can use the Study Legal English podcast with these exercises. So, afterwards, when I do give out this handout, please do use it. Use it in your classes, adapt the exercises, share it, photocopy it, use it however you want. Just please cite it, that's all I ask. So hopefully it will be useful for you. So what is the Study Legal English podcast? Has anybody here heard of the podcast before? Hey. Okay, good. So for those of you who don't know what podcasts are, what is a podcast? It's a little bit like a radio show, but it's available online. You can access it anytime, wherever you are in the world, which is why Mark said, I'm basically everywhere. And you access it on your computer, your mobile phone, and the Study Legal English podcast, as the name might suggest, focuses on legal English. So in the episodes I talk about legal topics, I interview legal professionals working in different areas of the law. In some of the episodes I read articles which I found online, which I gave permission to use based on different aspects of the law. Some of the episodes have dialogues, fictional dialogues between people, all about the law. And a good point about it is that it's free to access. You can access it here at studylegalenglish.com/podcast. It's also available on Spotify, on iTunes, on podcast apps. If you have a smartphone, if you're more advanced than David Best, the releasing president, and you have a podcast app, then just Google the Study Legal English podcast and you'll find it. There is also a pro version, which is a paid version, and with that you get access to further resources, transcripts, quizzes, vocabulary lists. However, everything I show you today uses the free version. Basically, when I started this, it's been going for about a year, and some people who haven't heard of it said to me, why haven't I heard of it? And it's because it's been going for a year. And I set it up because my background is that I'm a legal English teacher, and I teach mostly online, and like many of you out there, I couldn't find something like this, so I decided to start it, basically. And what is blended learning? I know that quite a lot of you here use blended learning, basically, so I will just quickly go over this. As many of us know, blended learning combines a traditional approach of teaching with a more modern approach. Students very often learn the material at home. They can access the instructional content at home via the internet, and then in class, the teacher acts as a supporter of their learning, doing practical exercises to get them thinking and really using the things that they've learnt at home. A good example, if I'm using the Study Legal English podcast, for example, would be they listen to an episode at home, maybe pick out some vocabulary, and then in class the teacher does some tests or does some exercises based on this. One of the problems is with blended learning is that you have to find the instructional content And what I would like the Study Legal English podcast to be is to provide that reliable content which is easy to find, easy to access, and easy to use. So, I would like to, as I mentioned, show you some specific exercises. First of all, I'd like to show you just generally how you can use this in your own teaching. So I'm actually going to go to the website here. Okay, here we go. So studylegalenglish.com podcast. Here you will find all of the podcast episodes. Okay, currently there are 53, a range of interviews, articles, as I mentioned, dialogues, and a range of topics, okay, the judiciary, the European law, human rights law. But if you haven't come across this before, it's probably quite overwhelming. So, something that can be quite helpful for you is that some of the episodes which are on a similar topic are grouped into courses. Okay, so we've got networking for lawyers, the legal profession, sources of law, and courts and tribunals. And if I click on one of these, you will see here different episodes. Okay, the barrister, the solicitor, legal careers, a typical day. So, if you in your teaching are teaching on the legal profession, you've got some content here that you can get your students to listen to before class or after class as revision. So that's just a kind of general way to use it. So now going on into some of the specific exercises, I'm going to cover a few exercises and then I'll give you this handout and I think you'll be able to access the other exercises. And just a note on these exercises, earlier in September I attended the Share and Gain workshop in Poland, in Białystok, organised by Paulina and her team. And it really was very inspiring to hear lots of legal English teachers shared practical exercises that we can use as legal English teachers. And I was particularly inspired by Alexandra Lutzak's session and Isabella Bakossa's, and some of these exercises are adapted from those sessions. So, one very easy exercise that you can do is get the title of the podcast episode. Okay, this is a pre-listening activity. Get the title. Okay, here I'm going to demonstrate it with this one, episode 17, the barrister. Legal profession, the barrister. And ask your students some questions. Here, whoops. Okay, here. What do you know about this topic? What vocabulary do you know? What do you expect to be in this podcast episode? And describe the picture. And I will show you what I mean by that in a second. You can also get your students to think of a debatable question. What's the difference between a barrister and a solicitor? Okay, and then get them to debate this, get a conversation happening. And so if I just go back to here, you will notice that on all of the podcast episodes, there's always a picture which is related to the podcast episode. Here we've got some barristers having a conversation probably at their chambers. You can use it to encourage your students to just speak about what they know so far, what they can see, which is a nice exercise for lower level students who maybe don't know that much, but they're able to see a picture and describe it. So it's a nice exercise for just this general pre-listening exercise, a nice exercise to find out how much your students know already before they then go on to listen and learn and then revise. So the Okay, so the next exercise, exercise 2, legal professionals role play. This was inspired by Isabella Bacotta's session at the Sharing Game Conference. Here, the teacher assigns a podcast episode for students in groups to listen to. Different episodes for each group, and it's important that each group doesn't know which episode they've got. I recommend using the legal professionals course here, using the episodes Barrister Solicitor and episode 19, which is More Legal Careers, and that particular episode describes lots of different careers. So you can actually use that for several groups. In a minute I will show you the episode and demonstrate this. So then at home, students go away, they listen to the episode and take notes. Okay, you could use Google Documents, however you want your students to work. Making notes, okay, where does their legal profession work? What do they do? What's the key vocabulary in this area? And then in class, the students do a role play of kind of act out what their character is, and the other students have to guess. Or you could do a range of activities with this particular exercise. Maybe just getting the students to ask them questions, where do you work, that kind of thing. So I will show you what I mean specifically with, let me just double check. Okay, so episode 19. So, whereas previously I showed you episode 17, it was the barrister, episode 18 is the solicitor, and this one I mentioned is one called More Legal Careers, the one with several careers talked about. And I want to show you a few things before playing you an extract which can help you as teachers. So, firstly, you might think, this is a great resource, but the episodes are like 30 minutes long, I can't use this with my students. Quite a helpful thing is here, on the podcast player, you will find something called, it says Show Chapter Marks. And if I click on that, okay, you get to see the kind of overview, the structure of the podcast. So you can see here, the reason it says, we've got the opening, okay, I introduce it, an introduction to the episode, and then here, like the interesting content, and it says article, because in this particular episode I'm reading an article, and you've got the different legal careers talked about. Sometimes in the podcast episode there are different speeds. So here, this is kind of at a normal pace, and then later, introduction to fast article, and then I read it at a faster speed. So if you've got in your classes students who are at different levels, and you think, some of them are a bit more advanced and they need something a bit more interesting, it's the same content but at a faster, more challenging pace. So you could assign listening to your more advanced students, the faster version, and the slower version to your less advanced, your beginner students. The other point to make, which will help you, is that I mentioned that this is an article, and that in a lot of the episodes I read articles, and these articles are available online. Always in the summary of the episode, you will find links to those articles. So you've basically got your transcript there of the podcast episode, whereas in many of the episodes that's a pro version, in the a pro option. In the articles you can always find links to it, so you can actually use that as additional material. You could use that in transcription exercises for the students to listen to the podcast and then do a transcription and then check with the article whether they've got it correct. One other point to mention, which is related to this chapter marker function, and something to explore in the different podcast episodes. Sometimes in the episodes I talk about vocabulary. I'll read a word, there'll be a beep, and then there's time for people the listeners to say the word, and then there's the definition and an example. So you can see here, vocabulary, that's the vocabulary section. And in some of the episodes I ask a few questions, and then there's the option for students or the listeners to listen out for the answers, and then later on the answers are revealed. So you can even use that as an exercise. So I'm going to play you a very quick extract here. The Barrister's Clerk, this is the fast version, just so that you've got a taster of what some of it sounds like. So if I click on it, and then click play, it should hopefully...
An advantage. Barrister's Clerk. Broadly speaking, a barrister's clerk is responsible for running the day-to-day business of chambers and organising barristers' caseloads. At the junior end of this job, a clerk will prepare papers, carry documents to and from court, and perform other administrative tasks. As the clerk becomes more senior, he or she will manage diaries, liaise between solicitors, clients and barristers, and bring new business into the chambers. Chartered Secretary.
Okay, so that was a very short and fast extract from the Barrister's Clerk, and there was some vocabulary like barristers, solicitors, chambers, and some vocabulary for people to listen out for. So, those are two exercises, and there are plenty more, but I'm quite aware of time. So what I will say, just to finish off, I've got a link to some resources. The exercises that I mentioned, they use the Study Legal English podcast, but there are plenty of other resources out there as well. Some that I recommend, in terms of activities, zero prep activities, this link has an excellent number of resources. It's from Alexandra Lutzak's blog, and she has a handout which has got a lot of exercises to do with your classes, which is available here at the bottom of the page. Then also a guy called Simon Porter runs a website called Written Legal English. It focuses on writing, legal English writing, surprisingly. If you go there, if you click on the YouTube, he's got a YouTube icon on the website, go to his YouTube channel because there's loads of videos all focused on legal writing. Here, there's a school in Hong Kong, legalenglish.hk, that have a number of videos, interviews, they're very high quality, and then this is again a link to the blueprint. So, thank you for listening. Here, if you do have any questions, any comments about the podcast, or any legal English questions as well, because one of the great things about EULETA is the ability to network with people and to provide like a support network. And so if you have a question that requires a native speaker with a background in the law, because my degree was in the law and my master's was in law, by all means send me an email. That's my email, that's the website again, and the link to the handout. So thank you for listening, and if you have any questions, I welcome them. Yes?
Louise, I'm just bowled over how professional that is. Absolutely brilliant.
Thank you.
On that topic, I'd like to ask you, the photos, for example, where do they come from?
Yes, so they are from, there's a number of websites, for example, morgfile.com, which provides Creative Commons images.
So they are provided, there's copyright issues, is what I'm driving at.
Yeah, all of the ones which you'll notice that all of them, they're all Creative Commons,
Right.
and they're all quoted.
Yeah.
The ones that aren't quoted, so here, Creative Commons licensed by Jerry, and you click on that and you get to the image. So there are a number of websites available where you can access Creative Commons images, and I've been very careful to make sure that I cite them when that's the case.
And the beautiful little sort of pictures, the books and the blue.
Like, do you mean
in the presentation?
like here?
No.
Oh, like these?
Yeah, exactly.
Basically, if you go insert, I don't know if it's here, insert, it's somewhere along here, basically.
So it's clip art.
Yeah, it's, I don't know, in my version of PowerPoint presentation, I was able to insert icon and,
Oh, excellent.
so hopefully, I mean, I presume that the license comes with PowerPoint. Yes.
Do your podcasts come with transcripts?
They do, but that's a pro version, so it's a paid version. However, as I mentioned, the articles, you can access the articles online. So, I mean, you can always do exercises still, like listening exercises, or get your students to listen out for vocabulary. However,
encourage them to pay.
Yes,
How much?
It's £12.99 per month, or £53 for 6 months. So perhaps in the future there'll be an option for like a university to sign up or something like that. Yeah. Any other questions?
Yeah, this other question, I'd just like to say thank you. And thank you for explaining some ideas, because I always thought that using the podcast in the class, and I don't always have facilities or time to do that. But really good idea to either get them to look at it before, or cover a topic and then get them to look at it afterwards. So thanks for those.
Yes, good. Yeah, and I'll give out these, and there's quite a lot of exercises you can do.
Give them out now.
Yeah. And one thing, I mean, as we've got a few minutes, I'll just show you like another finishing off with those, like the exercises I was showing you were all with this legal professional course. And here, this particular episode 20, is quite nice because it's got a range of speakers. So there's lots of different speakers, all speaking about their work, but they don't say what job they're doing. And so it's quite nice, like, to listen to a range of people talking about their work, and your students can kind of guess what job they are, and then afterwards I reveal the answer. So you'll see if I click on the chapter markers here, you've got monologue 1, 2, and it's in the handout it says actually what these are. So that's quite a nice exercise to do.
Can the students also do these chapter marks? So
Yeah. As I mentioned, like everything, all of the things that I've shown you, this is all free. So this is the chapter markers. It's available for free. The students can do it. What I would say is that the benefit, whilst you can access it on Spotify and iTunes, I don't think you get the options in the iTunes and Spotify to get these chapter markers. So the benefit of going on to the website is that you can do that. However, if you say to your students, listen to the podcast at 1 minute 30, they can just use their phones. Okay. Yeah. Anything else? No? Okay. Well, we can finish
perfectly
now.
on time.
We're on time.
Thanks very much.